so icy, wonder why she like me, bitch, I'm drowning in water. I just bought a cube and dipped the fountain.
Ladies and gentlemen, your host, Big Mike Entertainment for my YouTube, Legions of Goon podcast for my Spotify. I do it all, boys and girls. I do YouTube, I do Spotify. Pretty soon I'll be on Apple Podcasts. Pretty soon I'll be on Google Play. I'll be on your fucking iTunes. I'll be on your Amazon. Give it a few months and I will be the best host you listen to. I'm going to start off this podcast by saying I apologize for my podcast last week. Well, a couple days ago. I want to apologize to my fans. I want to apologize to everyone and say I listened to it. It sounded boring. It sounded like I was stuffed up. It sounded like I was half asleep. It sounded like I didn't care. I should delete it and redo it. I should delete it and redo it, but I'm going to leave it up. I'm going to leave it up to teach me a valuable lesson, not to do a podcast when I'm not fully awake, not to do a podcast when I'm not in the mood. I should not have done a top 10 for each wrestler. Or a top 3 of each wrestler. I should have did a top 10 overall of my favorite matches when I watched as a kid. And I should have gave you a play-by-play of what I remembered / what I rewatched. Instead, I gave you a top 3 of my top 20 favorite guys, and it was just, I remember watching this match, I remember it being good, it was great, it was enjoyable. I should have gave you a play-by-play. So I wanted to start off by saying I'm sorry. That is not the guy you'll tune into every week. That is not the guy that you're going to listen to every Wednesday and possibly Mondays and possibly whenever I fucking feel I post a podcast. That is not the guy. It's going to be fun. It's going to be entertaining. It's going to give you something to look forward to every single week. I want to let you guys know this is Legion of Good Podcast episode number 3 with your favorite host on the internet, Big Mike's Entertainment. Today, we are talking about AEW Dynamite and NXT TakeOver. I'm going to start with talking about AEW. AEW opened up with Jake the Snake Roberts giving people a promo, letting people know that Lance Archer is not a person to mess with. When you stand in the ring with Lance Archer, he will do what he did to Marco Stunt to every single person that gets in his way. He prays that Cody Rhodes makes it to the finale so Cody Rhodes could step in the ring with Lance Archer, because he guarantees you that Lance Archer will be in the finales. He guarantees you that Lance Archer will be the TNT champion. But he don't think Cody Rhodes will do it. He thinks Cody Rhodes will fail like he fails at everything else. Like he failed against Chris Jericho. Like he failed against MJF. Like he fails. And he won't make it past Spears. He won't make it past Spears. He's going to lose the first round. And pretty much told everyone to watch out and look forward to the future of AEW. The first match was your boy Lance Archer going 1-on-1 with some rookie Allen Angels. All I could say is big boot to the face, spinning clothesline. 1, 2, 3. Lance Archer dominated, destroyed Allen Angels. Match lasted possibly 3 minutes. The second match was Britt Baker versus Shade. I'm going to stop this podcast for 2 seconds. I apologize. I am not good at pronouncing these names. Nicara Shadia. I'm sorry. I am not good at pronouncing these names. I promise you, I will practice and I will get better. So do not make fun of me throughout this podcast, because I guarantee you for the next 2 minutes, I'm going to butcher her name. They started off with a few hits to the face, clothesline to the neck, lock up on the ground. Baker got busted up. Sade rolled her up for a pin. Baker reversed it into her own roll up. Baker then Sade got kicked out of it. Sade kicked out of the roll up. Baker gave Shadia her version of the crossroads, is what Jericho called it. Pin her for the 1, the 2. Shadia kicked out. Shadia super kicked Baker. Pinned her. 1, 2. Baker kicked out. Baker then punches her outside of the ring. They fight a little bit back and forth, rolls her back in the ring. Shadia won by giving Baker a running knee to the face right after she gave her a powerbomb on the top rope. It was a good match. These women showed us some great stuff. Great chemistry in the ring. I think it's funny that the women, for me, I'm not going to sit here and make fun of the women's division of AEW, but the women's division of AEW, they haven't shown me what I'm looking forward to. They haven't shown me a reason to tune in. Usually I get up to go to the bathroom, I get up to go make me a snack, I get up to go get a drink. But now I'm doing a podcast, so I'm not going to sit here and watch. I can give you guys a play-by-play as best as I can, make it entertaining. And I actually watch. Okay. And if you guys don't watch AEW Dark every Tuesday on their YouTube channel, the women, they show up. They show up. So, yep, Shakira beat Baker with a running knee to the face. Cuts to a promo. Kenny and Michael Nakazawa. Probably said his name wrong too. Cuts to a promo. Them talking about teaming up tonight, thinking about a tag team name. Michael gave the suggestion of becoming the best friends. Kenny Omega said that's already a name, we can't steal it. And Michael's like, oh, my bad. And then the best friends knocked on the door. Well, first it was orange juice. And then the best friends walked in, Trent and I can't think of the other guy's name, I'm sorry. But they walked in pretty much saying, how are you going to steal our name? We're the best friends. We're the best friends first. How are you going to come here and take our name? And Mike's like, I'm sorry, I forgot, I'm kidding. And they went back and forth. And best friend says, how about we put our name on the line tonight in a tag team match? Winner are the best friends. And Michael and Kenny agreed. Before, I'll talk about that at the end. So, they had a match. Okay, great promo package. After that, they went into a promo package for Jake Hager and John Moxley. Next week, Wednesday, they're having a no-holds-barred match for the title. Can't wait. Best believe your butts. Tune in next week, Thursday, for my recap and results. They had pretty much went back and forth. John Moxley said, I can't wait to go in the ring with him and beat Jack Hager just like I beat Chris Jericho. And I'm going to show Inner Circle one by one why I am the champion and I am the face of AEW and blah, 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 blah. And then Jack Hager was saying I am an MMA fighter. I do both businesses because I'm a fighter and I'm going to beat Dustin and I beat everyone I stand in the ring with and I am undefeated in MMA and I'm going to stay undefeated in AEW. And then Jack Hager's wife, oh my god, his wife was pretty much like, winners come home, losers don't, he will come home with the belt. So, that's next week. They went into another video package for Spears and Cody's match tonight, went back why they call him the chairman, and when he turned his back on him, and not turned his back on him, but when he Firefest, when he hit Cody in the head with the chair, Cody will remember that day forever, and he's going to make it his mission to beat him, and said Spears will never beat Cody, and blah, blah, blah. I don't remember word for word. Cody thinks he's the best fighter in the tournament. The third match was Best Friends versus Kenny and Michael Hakawawa. Okay, guys, I'm trying to have fun with this podcast, all right? Because my next podcast, like I said, my last podcast, I was tired. I wasn't fun. So if you guys don't like this side of me, then please let me know. I'm trying to be funny. I'm trying to make you guys laugh. Michael Zagawa. I can't say his name, so I'm being funny with it. I'm not being racist. I'm not making fun of him. I'm having fun with the name. Like I told my friends yesterday, we're at a party, and they're like, why can't you pronounce his name? It's Michael Zagawa or whatever. And I was like, dude, I can't pronounce a guy's name that's not relevant. I only see him once, maybe every 5 months, okay? I'm not racist. I'm having fun, all right? Just wait until I do my NXT review, all right? Just wait. All right. Shawn Spears was telling Michael to impress him. Impress me, boys. Spears was in the crowd. They do like 7 face and 7 heels in the crowd every night to make it more interesting. And Shawn Spears was yelling, someone impress me. I'm looking for a tag team partner to be my partner. Someone impress me. Someone show me why they deserve to be my partner. Someone show me. Michael, I'm looking at you. Impress me. All right. After a few chops, it started off with chop, 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 chop. After a few chops, Michael pulled out the baby oil and put it all over his chest. Trent went to slap him with another chop as his hand slid off. Michael, and some more stuff. Like I said, I need to learn. If you guys have suggestions on how to take notes on matches, I get too tuned into the match, so I stop taking notes. So obviously, this did not happen right after the chops. But they went back and did some more back and forth, whatever. Trent was on top of the ropes, and then Michael put baby oil all over the ropes, and then kind of like did the thing with the rope to bounce it up and down. And Trent fell off, but he slipped off with the baby oil. Sorry. Best Friends end up winning the match by doing a double finisher. 1, a 2, and a tres. Alright? It was a good match. I did enjoy it. It was funny. It was entertaining. Alright? Brody Lee, cut to another Brody Lee promo. Personally, I'm going to cut by saying this. Personally, I've been enjoying the Brody Lee promos. I thought it was funny with the first promo they had when Brody Lee was eating steak with his goons. And the dude was, one of his goons was eating the food before steak. See, I said goon because it's an Elysium goons. One of the goons was eating the steak. And Brody Lee looked at him and said, I need you to leave this table. No one at this table will eat before I'm done eating. Do you still see food on my plate? Why are you eating if I'm still eating? The guy left and got up. The other guy went to go sneeze. He was... And Brody Lee looked at him and said, did you just sneeze? Did you just sneeze as I was eating my steak? I need you to get up and just leave. Well, this week, Brody Lee was outside yelling at his goons one by one as they all three of them were standing against a wall, and he was yelling at them. Like I said, I like it. I like it. I'm going to give it a chance before I judge. I want to see. It's only, like I said, it's only been 3 weeks with them technically being the the man in charge. So I'm gonna see what they could do before I say I don't like Brody Lee as the assaulted one or exalted one. My bad. After the Brody Lee promo, Britt Baker was getting questioned. How did she feel about Shishida being number one? Britt Baker was laughing, saying being number one is being a role model like me, and Shishida is not a role model. She broke my face. She got blood all over the ring. She is dirty. Britt Baker said she's lucky that she didn't hurt my teeth. She's lucky. But if she would have, I'm a dentist and I would have been able to fix it myself. Pretty good promo. I personally like Britt Baker. I like Britt Baker as a heel. She's been doing a pretty good job. Alright. After that, went to a Matt Hardy responding to Jericho pretty much calling the Spanish God a fraud. Calling Spanish God a fraud. Calling Spanish God, he probably doesn't even know how to speak Spanish. Saying he barely could wrestle and he doesn't know how to speak Spanish. So how is someone that can't speak Spanish a Spanish God? Proud and powerful, more like loud and recitful. More like loud. I don't know if he said loud and recitful. I'm just making that part up. Because I don't remember what he said. Like I said, I gotta get better at taking notes, okay? He also says about Jack Hager. Said something about Jack Hager. Can't remember what he said about Jack Hager. Yelling at Jericho, saying, how can you try to recruit my best loyal soldier, Vanguard? Vanguard, bring me the shirt! Vanguard flew over, but he didn't have the shirt that Chris Jericho gave him. He had Matt Hardy's new shirt that you could get on ProWrestlingTees.com or www.aewshop.com. Matt said, that's not the shirt Chris gave you. That's not the Inner Circle shirt. Where is the shirt? Vanguard responded saying, it's fire. And Matt said, fire. And he said, dumpster fire. Dumpster fire. Show the shirt on fire in a bonfire type equipment. Calling him out, saying, Chris Jericho, how about you fight me in Elite Deletion? So Matt Hardy called out Chris Jericho in a one-on-one match, in an Elite Deletion match. The fourth match was Lee Johnson versus Brody Lee. Brody Lee destroyed Lee. Like I said, it was kind of like the first match. Big boot, spinning clothesline. Alright. Clothesline. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and they lost. The main event, the match we've been waiting for, the match you guys tune in to listen to the podcast for. Maybe you don't have cable, maybe you're not a fan of AEW, but you want to know who won the match between Cody Rhodes and Shawn Spears. Cody versus Spears. It starts off with a headlock. The headlock turned out to be on the ground. They went back and forth. The match kind of started off slow. Headlock, punch, punch, headlock, punch, punch. Spears calls a timeout. There's no timeouts in wrestling. Sean Spears went to our famous Brandy Row. It's kind of doing what every guy does during. So I want to show you why I'm the best. All right. Well, then Sean Spears went over to Billy Gunn and pushed him. Billy Gunn pushed him back, and of course Jericho on commentary was hilarious as all right, saying, "Oh, Billy Gunn has no right to touch my boy Sean Spears. What's he doing? Leave it alone. Let the match go one-on-one without interference." Well, after that, Spears pushed him back. Cody gave Spears a so before the schoolboy, Sean Spears went back in the ring. And as he went back in the ring, Cody rolled him up for a schoolboy. All right. Spears kicked out. Spears pile drive Cody. Went for a hit. Cody kicked out. Spears power bombs out of mid-air. Cody went for like a move off the top rope. And Spears power bombed him. Went for a pin. Cody kicked out. Spears went to grab a table. He rolled off the ring, went to grab a table. But Cody high-fived over the ropes as Spears was grabbing and landed right on top of Spears. Brandy distracted Spears as Spears was on looking at the table. He was looking at the table that Cody set up after all the stuff went outside of the ring, and Spears was looking at how can I get Cody on top of this table. Well, Brandy distracted Spears as he was looking at the table. Cody went for a crossroads as he was distracted, but reversed it, and Cody hit the ropes. As he hit the ropes, Spears tossed Cody onto the table. Cody pinned Spears with a figure four. Of a figure pier. Alright, so before that figure four, and he went through the table. And Spears was looking at Brandy and saying, "It's your fault. You got involved in the match, distracted me. You're the reason why Cody ripped through the table. You're the reason why Cody's about to lose. You're the reason why you're about to lose. You're the reason." Well, then after all that, Spears rolled him inside the ring. Cody got up, hit him on the ground, put him in a figure four, tried to tap him out. And then Spears' arms around the ground. The ref counted 1, a 2, and a 3. Cody won the match and moves on and will fight the winner between Sammy Guevara versus Darby Allin. And I cannot wait for that match. Can't wait for that match. The only thing I rate the show at 8.5 out of 10. The only thing I did not like about this show was that Michael Zagawawa and Kenny Omega were talking about a tag team. Why, Kenny? Why? You have a partner. Matter of fact, you're AEW Tag Team Champions with Hangman Page. Why couldn't you be on a Skype call with Hangman and be like, "Hey man, let's think of a name"? And Hangman could have been all drunk on the other side of the Skype call. Like, "Oh, how about the best friends? Because we're best friends." And they could have did it that way. Why? Having fun with it. They're enjoying this quarantine. They're having fun. Everyone could be there. Whatever. I get it. That's the only thing I don't like. Not a big deal. I know they were having, like I said, I know they were having fun. Chris Jericho was amazing on commentary. He was being funny. He was, like I said, he was having fun. He was calling people different names that he didn't know. There was rookies in there. He was calling Pineapple Scott or Pineapple Tom. And he calling Moose something else. A version of the Crossroads and stuff. It was fun. It was funny. Chris Jericho did an amazing job. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, your host, Legion to Good Podcast, episode number 3.5, call it 4, Call it 3.5. I don't care. This is my NXT review. And I just wanted to start off by saying, did you hear the news? Did you hear the news that CM Punk is returning to ring next week? Did you hear that Punk will be back? He is returning, but not to WWE in the ring. He's returning to WWE Backstage Fox on Tuesday. Anyone that knows where that's from, leave a like, leave a comment, and share it to the man who started that. Fuck him. Anyways, let's get on for real. The first match was Io Shirai versus Tegan Nox versus Chelsea Green versus Mia Yim versus Dakota Kai versus Candice LeRae in a Money in the Bank type ladder match. Alright, the winner of that match gets to fight Charlotte Flair for the NXT Women's Championship. I did not take much notes for NXT. This will probably be a 7-minute podcast. I'm apologizing. That's why I wanted to do both at one, but something happened. Someone came to my house. I had to get something. I'm sorry, so I stopped it. Alright. But I did take notes of stuff that made me... What? Alright. Tegan Nox chokeslam Gonzalez through a table. Alright, what happened was Gonzalez and Mia Yim were fighting, and Mia Yim was trying to get Gonzalez was trying to get Mia Yim through the table. They were fighting back and forth. Tegan Nox took advantage and chokeslammed Gonzalez through the table, and Mia Yim kind of fell off as well, but she didn't go through the table. As Nia Nox was celebrating, I just took out Gonzalez. Dakota Kai big booted Tegan Nox through a ladder. Alright. Candice LeRae. After that, Dakota Kai went to climb the ladder. Boom, 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 boom. Candice LeRae hits Dakota Kai with the briefcase. Dakota Kai falls off. Dakota Kai falls off. Candice LeRae was still there. Alright. Candice LeRae was still there. Io Shirai pushed Candice LeRae off the ladder onto another ladder. Io Shirai will then grab the Money in the Bank briefcase to become the number one contender for the NXT Women's Champion. It will be fighting Charlotte Flair. I'm hoping next week for the title. Alright. Good match. 4-star match. Definitely a 4-star match. No doubt was it a 4-star match. Now, I'm just gonna say Everrise versus Malcolm in the Middle. Alright. I'm calling it Malcolm in the Middle. The guy's name is Malcolm, and he was in the middle of these two guys. Savadira versus Rinaku. I did not take notes for this match. This match was not good. Malcolm in the Middle won. I did not like it. I wasn't entertained. I didn't care. Did not take notes. Alright. I did not take notes. Yell at me now. Big Pike, if you want to be a podcaster, you gotta take notes for everything. I do things my way, alright? I do appreciate the criticism. I do appreciate the feedback. I do appreciate everything you guys tell me. So if you do have issues, please let me know. I do want to tell you guys one thing though. Part 1 and Part 2 will be on Spotify separately. I'm going to try to make a 1 part on Spotify, but on YouTube it'll be 1 part. So when you go to YouTube and you see episode number 3 / CM Punk's Big Return, don't get confused. It's going to be both. It's going to be the same thing, just in 1 part. Alright. Adam Cole then cuts an amazing promo letting Dream know that he wants to fight me. Why do you want to fight me, Dream? You can't beat me. You won't beat me. You can't beat me. Alright, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna beat you so bad. I'm gonna end the Dream. I'm gonna end the Dream for Valentine Dream. And Valentine Dream will not become NXT champion. I promise that, baby. The next match, matter of fact, the main event of NXT TakeOver full send. Not even full send. It was NXT TakeOver Performance Center. Woo! Tommaso Ciampa versus Johnny Gargano for the 20th billionth time. Who will win? These two always give each other their best, and I'm always interested. I'm always looking forward to when they fight. It starts off with Johnny Gargano getting out of the car. Candice LeRae gave him something, and he looked like a rock. It looked like a paper. It looked like a weapon. It looked like, who knows what is that? What is Candice LeRae handing Johnny Gargano? Johnny Gargano was walking to the ring and showed him, and then it spins off to Triple H. Why is Triple H here? Triple H gets up. Triple H was sitting and gets up and he says, "Ladies and gentlemen, this is where it ends. This is where it started, and this is where the feud will end finally. This will be the last time. Who will win? Who will win?" There was no commentary. There was fog. It felt like a movie. It was a weird feeling watching this match. It was good. It was great. It was entertaining. It was weird. You could hear them breathing heavily. I didn't take much notes in this match. This match was really good. Alright. They literally wrestled all over the arena. They wrestled in the ring. They wrestled outside of the ring. Johnny threw Tommaso into the wall barricade type thing. They went outside. They were on the trucks. One of the semis fighting back and forth. They got off the truck and went back into the arena, fighting back and forth, back into the ring. Tommaso was ripping the ring apart, so you see the bare wood, going back and forth, fighting, hurting each other. They were taken out of each other. They literally were beating each other up horribly bad. You see Candice LeRae coming back in the ring. They definitely took advantage of the empty arena. I wanted to throw that in there, and I love that. Candice LeRae came back and towards the end asking, "Why are you guys still fighting? Just stop already. Stop fighting. Why? Why are you guys doing this? Just stop." Candice looked at Tommaso, said, "Why? You made me hate my husband. You're making me hate my husband. Just do it already. Just end it. Just end it." Tommaso was kind of confused. "What do you mean? Why do you hate your husband? You should hate me. Why do you hate your husband?" He's looking confused, like, what? And he didn't want to do it. And then Candice LeRae looked at him and said, "Fine, I'll do it. I'm gonna end it." And she kicked Johnny Gargano right in the balls. Johnny Gargano falls to the floor. I was like, what the fuck? No, what? No, what? Candice LeRae just turned heel. What the fuck just happened? Sorry for my swearing. I'm literally just what happened. I'm on the headset of my boys. Like, what the fuck's going on? I'm like, I can't tell you. I'm gonna spoil it. But what am I watching? Tommaso was looking at Johnny, saying, "I'm sorry. I'm sorry it got this far. I'm sorry this happened." He's tearing up. You can hear him. "I'm sorry. I'm sorry." Johnny looked at him with a smile and said, "No, I'm sorry." Candice LeRae then kicked Tommaso Ciampa from the back into the balls. Tommaso Ciampa fell. Johnny Gargano went inside and pulled out what Candice LeRae gave him. That rock, that piece of paper, that weapon was a ball cup protector. It was a protection. They had this plan the whole entire time. Alright. Johnny Gargano pinned him and won the match. It ended with a victory. That match was golden. That match was great. That match was awesome. I personally love that match. Every time those two wrestle, I enjoy it. I was worried for a second. I was worried that I was worried that Candice LeRae turned heel. Guys, wait. There's more. Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae were walking around, leaving the arena. As they were leaving the arena, you had to be looking. If you would have blinked, you would have missed it. It showed Killer Cross and Scarlett Bordeaux. Probably said her name wrong. It showed them in the car. It showed Killer Cross in the driver, and it showed Scarlett in the passenger. I saw it, but I couldn't tell who it was. I had to look it up on the internet. I was like, Scarlett kind of looked like the bride of Chucky, and I'm like, that's fucking creepy. It looked like she had like the wedding thing on. It was like, oh my god, it was creepy. But guys, we knew this was happening. We knew Killer Cross was coming. We've been seeing videos for weeks of the fucking the crow, We've been seeing it for weeks. We've finally seen Killer Cross. Is Killer Cross gonna debut next week? Guys, tune in next week to my podcast to find out if Killer Cross made his debut against Johnny Gargano, and I'm guessing it's gonna be Killer Cross and Scarlett versus Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae. What a batch. Guys, tune in next week, guys. Please tune in next week. Please tune in next week, guys. If you guys are my friends, tune in next week. This has been another podcast of the Legion of Goons. I hope you enjoyed. If you guys have anything you want me to talk about, wrestling related, Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, NXT, AEW, New Japan Pro Wrestling, TNA, Ring of Honor, let me know. I watch most of those I just named off. Power, guys, NWA, let me know. You guys want me to do a podcast every Tuesday of NWA and AEW Dark? Let me know. Follow me on Instagram, legions_of_goons. Twitter @goons_legions. Facebook @legion_of_goon. One word. I hope you enjoyed. What are your favorite matches of these guys, these weeks? What did you like? Were you a big fan of the girls' ladder match? Were you a big fan of Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa? Did you like AEW better? AEW lost NXT. I think it was 692 to 693, 100,000. NXT won by 1,000. Good for them. Guys, I love you guys. Please love me back. Show this to your friends. If you have a friend, a sister, a mother, a grandpa, a grandma, an auntie, a nephew, a cousin that loves wrestling as much as I do, please let them know Big Mike's Entertainment Leads the Good Podcast is where you need to be every Wednesday or Thursday, Monday, Sundays. Good night and goodbye. Bang.